beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining my channel, The Belanle Babe. Belanle means finds wealth at home, and that's exactly what we're about here on this channel, finding our wealth at home by budgeting and saving via our cash envelope systems. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rita, and if you're returning, let's jump right into this video. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's been a minute, or at least it feels that way, but today I'm here with another cash envelope cash out and talk through, aka an unstuffing. So today we're going to go through what our expenses were for our June paycheck number 2, which that pay period ran from June 17th through June 30th. We're going to go ahead and pull out the money that we used. I completely used card this week. I think I might have used cash for like a few dollars here or there, but I'm pretty certain it was mostly card because I barely went out of the house. So most of the expenses that you guys will see for this 2-week period are literally from about 4 or 5 days where I was out of the house, and I kind of just got everything done at once. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into these numbers. We're gonna go ahead and start with our cash envelope of groceries. So for groceries, and sorry that it's not color coded. Like I said, my daughter, she did steal my pens. Yes, they're still within reach, but I just, I took it upon myself to just write in black pen for today. So the first grocery that I see is going to be for Aldi, and that was a total of $108. And then we have another grocery down here for $61. So that gives us a total of $169 that we spent for the category of grocery. So we're gonna go ahead and write that in right here. And we're gonna see how much we actually have. So in our grocery envelope, we have 100, 120, 140, and $160. So we are a little over. So we take our 169 that we spent minus our 160 that we actually have in cash, and that puts us at negative $9. I'm actually going to use my red pen just so that I can remember that we are actually in the negative there. Okay, so now we're gonna take this money and we're just gonna set it aside. So our next envelope is going to be household or home. I don't think I bought that many cleaning supplies this week. Yeah, so we only have one home expense down here, which was also at Aldi on that same trip, and that is for $20. So let's see what we have in here. All right, so in home, we have 10, 20, and 30. So we're gonna go ahead and take the 20 out and we're gonna set it over here. And that leaves us with positive $10 left in this envelope. All right, our next category is pets. And I actually did not make it to the store to get any pet supplies. So no litter, no food, anything like that. So let's just see what that leaves us with. So in pets, we still have 10, 20, and 30. So we still have our full amount, and I don't know. I just was able to do with what I had, but I do need to go and pick up some additional supplies for them. So $30 there. Okay, miscellaneous. I already know I went over in this category, so let's see what we got. So we have miscellaneous. So CVS, I know that that was for some extra medicine. Then we have $11 for a bottle of wine. I was a little stressed out that day. I definitely remember that. $40 for a child's gift. My daughter went to a birthday party. Sherwin-Williams, so paint, $20 for a total of $98. That is crazy. Okay, so we spent $98. If y'all watch me long enough, you already know there is not $98 in this envelope. All right, so in miscellaneous, we have 20, 30, and $40. So 98 minus that 40 leaves us with negative 58. That is definitely a budget fail right there. But, life happens. Okay, so our next envelope is going to be gas. So for gas, we spent $20 at the beginning of the pay period, And then again, we spent $25 down here. This was actually a gift card, however, but still in total, that was $45. And in here we have our gift card, which had $25 on it. So 25, 30, and 40. So we are negative $5 in that category. Looks like we're not doing too well, guys. All right, so now let's move on to coffee. So for coffee, we did not actually go to Dunkin' or anything, or Starbucks or anything like that. I actually went to Rite Aid just to get some more K-Cups. I've been making my iced coffee at home lately, and it's been really good. I have a nice caramel creamer that I like from Aldi. It works just perfect. So we spent $9 on a whole bunch of K-Cups at Aldi. Let's write that in here. And you guys can't see it, it's in my notes, but I actually spent cash when I went there. So we only have $1 left in our envelope, which is fine. We spent $9 and that leaves us with $1 left. I should not have pulled that out. I'm like, why did I put that in there? $1 left, so we're gonna put it back in here. All right. Bless someone, we don't catalog that in our cash out. So we are done with our cash envelopes. And now we can move on to sinking fund categories. Moving right along to sinking fund categories, we are going to take a look at holiday. So for holiday, as you guys know, Father's Day passed and everything like that. We spent $307 on Father's Day. And that was both a Father's Day gift for my husband. The kids picked out a new office chair for my husband. I don't know if you guys remember, he got a huge promotion, almost like, maybe like a month and a half ago it's been. And he finally got his own business up and running. So he's been spending a lot of time in his office working from home. So we wanted to upgrade him and make it nice and comfy. And then I got my dad a gift as well. So that was $307. Then for holiday down here, Amazon. So on June 21st, it was Amazon Prime Day. I don't know if anybody else shopped on Amazon Prime Day. I would love to hear what you guys scored on that day. If you did, leave it in the comments below. I was able to get a gaming chair for my son for Christmas. So I ordered that. It literally came in less than 24 hours at the door. So I hurried up and put it in our basement. So that is a Christmas present that's already bought. So we're gonna add that on. And then down here for holiday, when we were at Target, Target's clearance section had some really good stuff that was marked down, like some of the hot toys from last Christmas that I still think would be relevant for my 4-year-old. So I grabbed 2 things for him and that totaled $60. And that brings us to a total of $417. From holiday. I want to add that up one more time just to make sure. That was 307 plus 50 plus 60. I know I didn't go over budget. Something's not right. All right, guys. So I knew I didn't go over my holiday budget. I just knew that in the back of my head. So I was really confused just now when I went to take out $417 and there was not enough money. And that's because I made a mistake. So my holiday budget up here for the guys was actually $207, not $307. So that was a bookkeeping mistake on my end. So I'm just gonna update that to a 2. And that brings us to $377. So let's see if we have that. 100, 200, 300, 50, 60, 70. What the heck am I adding up wrong? You guys are getting the live reaction of me talking to myself behind the scenes. 207 plus 50 plus 60 is 317, not 377. Guys, it's been a long week. Can't get my life together. Okay. I don't know if anybody else pre-plans, but like I pre-glance at my budget. So like when something doesn't seem right, like it's because I know in my gut, like that's just not right. So we are at $317 that we spent. $207 for the guys, $50 on Amazon Prime Day, and $60 at Target for my son, Chris. Okay, now we should have the correct amount. 100, 200, 317. So we are just going to make that. I don't think I have any ones to give myself change. Let me see. Nope, I don't. And that's completely okay. So we're just going to take out $320 from holiday, and that leaves us with 50. So I need to fix this as well. So that was 317. I'm going to put a little 2 in parentheses, or 3 in parentheses for the change, a -3. That just reminds me that I rounded up, and that leaves us with $50 in our holiday envelope. And we will build that back up. Also, guys, what I did in my holiday envelope is I have this little piece of paper where I'm starting to write down gift ideas for my kids. I think that that is a great idea. So I can just, you know, when I hear them say something, I just go and reference the little piece of paper in my envelope, and it just helps me out. So, okay. So also as a part of Father's Day, we had a eating out budget. You guys know that I don't really have that envelope, but we temporarily brought it out of retirement just for Father's Day. So for eating out, we had Thai food at $43. Is one of my husband's favorite things to eat out. And then, oh, right here, Acme. So the kids wanted to make him a dessert. So we went to Acme and we got some cake and cookie mix, and the kids did their thing. And so that's a total of $59 that we spent for eating out. And in this envelope, we have 20, 40, and $60. So we were right on the money with that, and we still have $1 left over technically, but we're gonna put the whole thing over there, of course. We're just gonna cash it all out, why not? Okay, what do we have left? School, all right, so school, we have some summer reading that needed to get done. We had some summer camp supplies we needed to buy. So both of those are down here. So we spent $35 in summer camp supplies on Amazon, no, at Target, excuse me. And then on Amazon, we spent $75 in summer reading supplies. That's a total of $110. All right. Definitely got to add more money to this. Same thing, kind of like my holiday envelope. Make sure it's not, I don't want to give my kid's school's name away, but same thing. We printed out the supply list and I just shoved it right in this envelope so that I can reference and check stuff off as I get it, as I buy it. So in school supplies, we had 20, 40, 60, 80, $100. So we are negative 10 in the school supply area. And that is probably because the summer camp stuff was not, like, that blindsided me. When I originally did that budget, I was just accounting for the summer reading. So that's why I went over in that category. Now the grand finale, car maintenance. Let me tell you guys about this. So as you guys know, I've been talking about this AC in my car that went out, and how my husband's car no longer works and we need to get rid of that and I need to buy a new car, blah, 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 right? So I originally budgeted $100, $120, $140, $160, $180, $200 for the AC. And the reason, I mean, I knew that this probably was not going to be enough, but the AC blower replacement, I had pre-checked. It was only $90 for the part. And so I was like, okay, then, you know, they can maybe charge us a little over $100 for labor. Y'all, the quote for the AC fix was $500. I was livid. I was so mad because I could not find anywhere online where that part cost $250 like they quoted me. And then the rest was in labor. So when they quoted that to me, I told them, I was like, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna chat with my husband. And, they respected that or whatever. To make a long story short, I ended up not only getting the AC blower fixed, but I also ended up getting new brake pads, an oil change, and some new hoses that are attached to my caliper. If you guys don't know anything about cars, that doesn't mean anything to you guys, but in total, it was $1,100. $200, $1,100. You guys do the math. Anyway, I have the sweetest husband in the world. And if you guys don't know, when I get my new car, my old car is going to become my husband's car. So he basically handled the bill when he got home. It was already paid. And he so sweetly told me to just take this money and reallocate it. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. And there's only one place that I can think to put this money. And that is, let me pull out another envelope. I wonder where you guys think I'm gonna put it. Where do you guys think I'm gonna put it? I'll give you a hint. It's not going in debt. It is going in, it's definitely not going in this binder. Wrong binder. It is going in new car. So I'm going to be buying my new car sooner than later. And I originally wanted to wait until December to buy it. And then I told you guys just in my last video that it was going to be more like the end of August. Well, guess what, guys? It's probably going to be in the next 2 weeks. So we are going to stuff as much money into this new car envelope as possible. And you guys will actually see how I'm going to do that because I really want to have a nice down payment. But yeah, I decided on a vehicle and I had a really specific color combo that I wanted. And the dealership that I'm working with actually found the car, and it is going to be in between the 5th and the 12th of July. So I'm not sure when it's going to come in. But yeah, looks like I'll be buying a car very soon. So I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. But for new car now, we have 100, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300. So that's nowhere near what I need, but that is a big jump from what we have been able to save in there over the last couple of months. So I'm going to basically just make this a wash. Yeah. All right, so let's count this money and see how much money we are sending back to the bank. Let's get it organized because nobody likes unorganized money. All right. So going back into the bank is 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 440, 460, 480, 500, 520, 540, 560, 580, 600, 620, 640, 630, 640, 650, 660, 670, 680, 690, 695. So we have $695 that is going back into the bank. Because I don't trust myself, I'm going to count it again. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 2, 4, 6, 8, 500, 2, 4, 6, 8, 600, 2, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700, 710, 715. And would you look at that? I told you guys I don't trust myself. How much you want to bet I counted a third time? Don't judge me, guys. 100, 200, 300, 400, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 500, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 600, 2, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700, 10, 15. All right, so I officially believe myself that we have $715 to go back into the bank. Let me do some quick calculations here and I'll be right back to tell you guys what our ending numbers are looking like. All right, y'all. So as you can see, we spent a total of $827. We cashed out $715, and that leaves us with negative $112 over budget. Ouch. Definitely have that covered in my buffer. However, I definitely want to get away from using my buffer, especially as I'm saving for a car down payment. I might be pulling from my buffer, to add to that amount. So I definitely want to try to pay myself that back sooner than later. But yeah, that's how we did on our June paycheck number 2 budget. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment. Don't forget to like this video. And if the subscribe button is still red, let's go ahead and get that subscribed and join the family. All right, guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.